Hello, and welcome to Talking Schmidt. I'm your host, Eric Schmidt.
Hello, I'm Greg Burmeister.
The Prince of Doinkness himself, Greg Burmeister, is joining us today.
We're cooking.
We're very excited to be doing this episode. Listeners, this won't affect you, but we are filming it for the first time. Well, actually, it's not technically the first time. I just lied. I just made that up. We have filmed some before.
But the old studio is so small, it was tough to get a good angle, and this is much better.
Yeah, so we're experimenting with filming. So we're using a real camera that I have, and we're going to post that unedited to our Patreon.
So $5 a month.
$5 a month. You can see us.
Yes.
And we may start doing, hopefully this is something we start doing regularly, and maybe just posting to YouTube every episode so people, because I've had people ask,
Yeah,
I've had people be like, why don't you put it on YouTube? Why don't you film it, put it on YouTube? So we're starting that now. We're starting the exploration of video, adding a video component.
Absolutely.
Very exciting. Greg, happy birthday again.
Thank you very much.
We're now in the immediate post-birthday time period.
We are. It's been 2 days.
How was it?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, I went to a nice Greek restaurant.
Oh, that's great.
Went to Break Bar.
Oh, yeah. That's like a game spot, right?
It was fun. We played some darts, some shuffleboard, the little, the foosball type hockey game. It's like in a bubble, and you have the little hockey players.
Yeah.
Did some of that. Played some Giant Connect 4, some Jenga.
Wonderful.
They had it all. Yeah.
Wonderful. Who'd you go with?
I went with my friend Kat.
Yeah.
And her husband Cam and my friend Lori.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of ladies.
Yep.
And a couple of fellas.
Yeah.
Out on the town. Can't beat it. So according to my notes, you did have a birthday recently.
Yep. Can confirm.
Yep. We covered that. and listeners at home, his birthday is on January 27th.
That's correct.
Every year.
Every year.
Mm-hmm. And if they want to send you some money, how can they do that, Greg? What's your Venmo?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think it's just my name.
All right.
With a hyphen.
All right. Maybe we'll put it in the
Greg-Burmeister.
Maybe we'll put it in the episode notes so folks
there we go.
Folks can shower you with cash, and you can go out and get yourself some nice steaks.
Oh, I did have a steak actually.
Another steak?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh man, real steakman.
Yes, I've gone full steakman.
Greg, how's your pelvis doing?
It still sucks. I have slightly over a week until I meet with the surgeon.
Okay.
So,
and yeah,
next week.
Okay. Yeah, we're waiting till you get like the go ahead before we start inviting guests on, because we want you to have your pelvis in good shape.
Yeah, the left side of my pelvis is not doing very well.
We need you to have a healthy pelvis for our guests. That's just one of the rules we go by.
Everyone appreciates a healthy pelvis.
Yeah, they always ask too whenever I book them. They're like, Greg got a healthy pelvis?
Every time.
Every time. I'm like, yeah. So that's exciting. Bermuda, I went there.
Yeah, you just got back.
Got back a couple days ago.
How was that?
Oh, it was fantastic, Greg.
Nice.
I'm torn though.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know if I should tell people to go or not, because like I love it.
But you don't want it too crowded.
Don't want it too crowded.
Yeah.
Also, some tourists are not good.
They don't get it.
Well, no, not that. Yeah. Just like, like sometimes I go and there's a lot of people off of cruise ships.
Oh, gross.
And they're the worst kind. They're the worst kind of tourists.
I don't think I'll ever go on a cruise ship.
Yeah, so they're disgusting, and I've gotten into arguments with family members before, an uncle-in-law specifically. He was like, he thought I was coming at it just from the environmental standpoint, which like they are terrible for the environment, like way worse than plane travel, which like is also bad, by the way. I mean, let's not try to lie to anyone here. Plane travel is also polluting, the world and having a negative effect on things. But at least with planes, like they're necessary to get places quickly. Sure. Like nobody needs to go on a cruise ship. No. Also, what's funny to me is like it's the same folks that are anti 15-minute cities. What do you think that boat is? That's like, but it's also just like cruising around, dumping out things, tearing up the coral reefs. It's really bad. So anyway, this uncle-in-law of mine, he thought I was only against it for that reason, which like is enough of a reason, by the way.
Yeah,
if you're like,
absolutely.
hey, cruises are bad, and here's why, it's just the environment. That's enough of a reason. But I pointed out, that they're kind of gross. Like if someone gets sick, everyone on that damn boat's getting sick. It's just like it smells bad on the boat. You're very trapped.
Yeah, I'm very claustrophobic, and I mean I know those boats are massive, but still, just knowing that I'm stuck there.
Yeah,
for like a week.
You're very out of you can't control it.
No,
you're not in control. There's someone else controlling you. It may feel like freedom, kind of, I guess, because you're allowed to drink, but like, no, man, you're trapped.
Yeah.
You're doing what they tell you.
Exactly.
And so, like, you get these, conservative types, libertarian types, and I'm like, how would a libertarian want to go on one of these that is just giving your liberty completely away.
Yeah, throwing it in the trash.
You've got like a guy. There's a guy called Captain in charge of you now. Like that seems like you wouldn't want to do that. So anyway, I was explaining all this to my my uncle-in-law. I was like, yeah, they're no good. And he was like, no, they're I like them because they're fun. I was like, are they though? And he was like, you know what? No.
Are you just you're just telling yourself that it's fun.
I applaud him for being able to admit. Like, no, he just said it for a second. He was like, no. And then he was like, well, the women are hot. And I was like, yeah, you know how like there's always hot women on Carnival cruise. And he was like, and then he thought about that for a second. He was like, you're right, man. The women ain't even good looking on these. Yeah. It's like, I'm like, well, all right, good. Glad we figured that out. But then I was talking to a gay friend of mine. Which, by the way, this is a gay-friendly podcast. But I was talking to a gay friend of mine, and I was like, and he was kind of giving me this. He was like, "No, I like cruises. They're fun." I was like, "Are they though?" And he was like, "Yes. It's just me and all my gay friends having like a gay orgy." And I was like, well, I guess if I were gay, that would seem like a lot of fun.
But I feel like you don't need to be on a boat to do that.
No, just have all your gay friends over to your house. Yeah. Save your money. Buy yourself a pool or something. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, so he told me that's what goes on cruises when it's gay fellas on the cruise. So now I feel like telling all the like conservative types like, hey, you think you like cruises?
Yeah, you know what goes on.
Guess what happened in your room before you got there? So yeah, I don't know. These cruise types. I don't know. I think they should be banned. And I'm on a crusade.
Buddy,
against them. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Bermuda's fantastic. I've talked to a lot of the locals there. I've been several times, and of course, the one of the arguments is like, oh well, people come and spend money, and the government gets a lot of money from the people who own Carnival Cruise, people who own like Disney.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money, like they pay to use the ports, that kind of thing. So that kind of thing does happen. But when the people go into town, they don't tip. They try to not go anywhere to eat because they paid a bunch of money to have a bunch of food on the boat. So they're real cheap anywhere else they go. So, most of the locals are like, while maybe it's a necessary evil, they could also go without it. They're like, it would be a net better if they didn't come. Sure, like there's some business that happens, but it's not enough to make it worth it. So if you like cruises, you're wrong, and I'm sorry.
And stop doing that.
Stop doing it. And by the way, feel free to do your own research. But you'll find that you're wrong, and I'm excited for that moment for you. So anyway, Greg.
Yes.
We've got some listener mail.
We do.
We've been getting, we're so popular on the internet and on the postal service. People have been sending us letters. People have been sending us emails. People have been sending us DMs.
Yeah. We get messages in all forms.
Out the wazoo, as they say.
But,
so what do you got, Greg? Why don't you read us a few?
I've got them pulled up here. First off, we have Jeremy from Ontario. Asked, Greg is always posting pictures with celebrities on his social, but what does he actually do for work?
Oh, okay. Maybe Jeremy should try to sound nicer with that question. I think next time it sounds a little mean-spirited the way he asked that.
I don't know. What do you do, Jeremy?
Yeah. Why don't you fuck off, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Keep listening though, and write us a good review, would you? But all right. Well, Greg, why don't you answer Jeremy's question?
Yeah. I mean, I do a lot of things. I work for a huge tech, like $billion tech company.
Oh, the bad guys.
They're the bad guys.
We won't name them.
No. I work for a major tech company.
Major tech company.
Yes, and I record and edit audio. I used to freelance in television production, which I don't really do anymore. But as far as celebrities, I mean, I just kind of run into them on the street.
You live a fun life. You run into people.
Yeah,
that's what the city's all about.
Yeah, that actually has nothing to do with work. Like I just happen to, I'll be walking down the street on my way to the subway and I'll see Conan O'Brien.
There you go.
Like, I don't know.
What a town.
Yeah,
you can't do that in Ontario, I guess. That's not even a city, is it? That's
what do they call them?
An area. That's a
territory.
That's a territory. Yeah, there we go. That's the Ontario area. All right. Well, that's a good explanation, Greg. And now, listeners, and you can stop pestering Greg about it. What do we got? Let's do maybe two more. What do we got?
Yeah. Let's see. Next up, this one's about you. It's Lindsay from Florida. Asks your home state. She asks, what was
my home territory?
Southeastern Territory, Florida.
Yes.
What was with those weird pictures Eric posted on Instagram? Were those modeling pics or something?
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing she's referring to the black and white.
Yeah, the recent ones. Yeah. So similar to Greg, I do a lot of different things: acting, voice acting, and then some the company that I go through to get those gigs, they sometimes post modeling gigs. Now, I wouldn't normally apply for modeling gigs. I'm not very thin, to start. I have a gullet. I have a middle-aged gullet. Or is a gullet your throat? I've got a stomach.
I don't know, but I really like that word.
Yeah. All right.
Gullet.
Well, let's use it anyway. I've got a gullet. And but either way, I got asked because they really like the look of my hair and beard.
It's a good look.
Oh, thanks, dude. So I've got a good Merlin thing going, I think.
Yeah,
so
good hair, good beard, and a very nice gullet.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm not getting invited on the gay cruises, I can tell you. They're like, buddy, you are not fit enough, sir.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's okay. They can have their fun. But so I got asked to do it. To do this thing for this this high-end barbershop, not just like a regular barbershop, a high-end barbershop. And so they wanted to do videos and pictures of them cutting my hair and then the final product, as I guess, so they could use it as an advertisement for them.
Yeah, very.
And it was super fun. I got a nice do and beard trim out of it, and I got some great headshots that I've been using.
Yeah.
But yeah, people were a little confused by it. They're like, is this real or is this like a joke? And I'm like, well, it's kind of both. It is real, and I'm making a joke of it. So, but anyway, that was for Fellow. Is the name of that barbershop. Fellow Barbershop. They got multiple locations in New York City, and I believe outside of New York City. So check them out, guys. They're great. I mean, it's a really cool spot, too. So I went to the one specifically in Williamsburg.
Oh, very nice.
North 8th, and it was a great location. Everyone's really, really nice and really, really fun and good at their jobs.
Yes.
So, all right, let's do one more, Greg. What do we got?
Next up, we have Trevor from France. Interesting. Trevor from France asked us, who are you guys rooting for in the Super Bowl?
Who are we rooting for in the Super Bowl?
The two teams that I wanted to lose both won and are going to the Super Bowl, so I don't really care, but I guess I want the Chiefs to lose.
Okay. I don't know. I'm torn.
They've won enough.
Yeah, I'm torn. I think who's playing again?
The 49ers and the Chiefs.
Ah, man. Well, you know what? Just for fun, I'm going to pick the Chiefs.
Hey, there you go.
So
I'll go with the Niners.
Yeah. All right. Battle of the guys who do this podcast. That's fun.
You know what I was just thinking about earlier? This Travis Kelce guy? Mm-hmm. He's all over the news.
Mm-hmm.
So his brother, the Eagles center, is Jason Kelce. Mm-hmm. So we got Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce. Our intern, who's been working for us for quite a long time now, his name is Jason Travis.
Yeah.
His first and last name are the same as the Kelce brothers.
Do you think he's related?
There's got to be something going on there.
Huh. Well, we'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
He's in the sound booth, of course.
Yeah.
Doing his job, which is his intern job.
Yeah, which I just end up fixing after every episode anyway. But At least we don't pay him.
Yeah, that's good. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and close up the Talking Schmidt mailbox. And thanks for writing in, guys. If you have any things you'd like to ask us, or maybe we'll read your email or letter or whatever on the air.
Yeah.
Just send us something. You can email us at talkingschmidt69@gmail.com. You can also, if you know us personally, you can just text us.
Yeah, you can text us. I'm pretty sure Talking Schmidt 1 through 68 were taken.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, we're not like crude.
Yeah.
This was not we didn't choose that because we're trying to make some
and
sick.
we even tried 70, 71. It just seems like that for some reason that was the only one available. So
So talkingschmidt69@gmail.com. You can email us your questions. But yeah, like I said, if you know our phone numbers, you can just text us. Don't call though. That's calling. I don't like
talking to people.
Well, what's strange, and then whenever you do call someone, you have to spend the first couple minutes of that phone call talking about how weird it is. Is it weird we're on the phone? Old fashioned. It's like, all right, let's get through this part. Now, what did you call about? Okay, yeah, I did list that jacket I'm selling. So, anyway, reach out to us, guys. Greg.
Yes.
Let's do some plugs. We've got some things coming up. I have a show this Monday at Ease Bar. No affiliation with me. I don't own that bar, but it's called Ease Bar. It's on the Upper West Side.
Is it like E''S or ease like ease into it?
E''S.
Okay.
Ease Bar. I believe that's at 8 p.m. at Ease Bar on the Upper West Side on Monday, February 5th. So come on by. We'll have some laughs. I think it's 8, might be 7. I don't know. If you follow me on social media, you'll find out the exact.
Look it up.
But it's a fun show. There's always some great comics on it. And the host, he's great too. And his name's Dan. Good guy.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's a fun show. And then you and I have the show we're going to be doing together.
Very excited about that. Yeah. February 29th, Leap Day.
Leap Day. That's Live Snakes comedy show. I'll be hosting it. Got some fantastic comedians on there. We got Casey James Salengo.
One of the best.
Yeah, Jack Comstock, friend of the podcast. Catherine Zini. Possibly Roy Wood Jr., by the way.
Yes.
Maybe not supposed to announce that yet. I got to follow up, but he said maybe.
Hey, it's better than no.
Way better than no. So that's pretty exciting stuff. Looking forward to that. That is $10 cash at the door if you come to that one. That's
Gutter.
That's at the Gutter in beautiful, historic Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
They also have a bowling alley if you'd like to roll afterwards.
Sure. Show's at 9 p.m. And yeah, let's bowl afterward.
I'll roll a game.
Greg's going to be playing intro music for all of the performers on that show, so I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
We have some good requests. Catherine, what did Catherine request? The Reba theme show?
I thought that was weird. It's not a very guitar.
Did you look it up?
Heavy song. Yeah.
Are you learning it? Should we tell her to pick a different song?
Yeah, it's just like a couple basic chords. I don't think anyone will recognize it. It doesn't really have like a lead guitar at all or anything. But
all right. Well. All right. Either way, come out. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Whether Greg learns the Reba theme song. All right. Well, thanks so much. See you next time.
Bye.